Well, it's Friday the 17th, and it's time for me to rewind and fly out of New Hampshire back to Washington and take a train to Harpers Ferry. I hope everybody's having fun at trail days. So we're leaving New Hampshire to go over to Vermont. You can leave that playing. I thought that I would do kind of what's going to happen today. It's going to take me all day to get back to Harpers Ferry, but I'll make it back there today. It's the 17th. I hope trail days is going fine. Sorry I'm going to miss it, but that's just the way it goes. So anyway, I'm going to go over stuff like from people that have done stuff. So some of the comments, for example, Hondo Smith says, with that hat, the new hat, and the French accent, I'd be doing it, huh? I can't do a French accent, but another one is Paul Green. He says, you got some pampering there, I see. And that must have been from the pedicure I got while I was in Lincoln. Lincoln turned out to be a very nice city, and the Outback place, you know what the name of the Outback? Lahoots. The guy was very knowledgeable, and he has a very complete shop, and the prices are not that bad. You know, and that was actually where I rented my shoes, the snowshoes, and which I didn't use, and the crampons, which after going over Mount Moosilauke, that was enough for me. I think that was actually the maximum amount for my ability that I could do, was Moosilauke. I was getting pretty panicky in there, but when I get panicky, I get a little bit more calmer. I found that it's helped me with all my diving, and it's helping me with my hiking. It makes me think and try to get out of the situation. But yeah, that was very exciting and very about the max I could do was that Moosilauke. That's why we didn't do anything else dangerous. That was enough. And then we did the Cog Railroad while we were up there. Hey, a lot of comments are on the hikers. Now I just read, I'm not sure if Hawk and T-Rex them are signing the logs, because I looked in the log on the way up that one mountain, and they hadn't signed the log in the shelter, and then it was so snowy and everything else on the other side, I didn't go into that shelter. But I did talk to the people in front, and I thought it might have been Hawk and T-Rex trying to get through there, but as you can see from the last couple of videos, it is not very habitable up there, and it's only going to be worse for a while. But you know, their level of hiking is far beyond anything that I'm doing. I'm trying to get to Maine alive and in one piece. And like I said before, but anyway, a number of y'all have said that was Hawk and T-Rex. I wish I'd have met them. I heard they were staying at the Holiday Inn, and that there was a Canadian with them. But yeah, it's very, very bad up there, as you can see, I hope, from my video. One thing I did learn, being up here in New Hampshire, I can see why people think this is the prettiest part of the Appalachian Trail. It is stunning. It's stunning up here. It's amazing. I mean, just driving along, me and Virginia are just, everywhere you look is just so picturesque. And I mean, right now we're on the interstate and we're looking out at the clouds that are coming off the mountains and the trees and everything. It is just beautiful up here. I can see why most people say that New Hampshire is the prettiest part of the Appalachian Trail, but I'm so happy we came up here. I just wanted to prove it to myself, see it now. Then I'll go back, I'll see all the way up to here, and I've already seen from the first half, and just prove it to myself over and over when I walk the presidentials, which looked pretty gnarly yesterday. But anyway, yeah, wow, look at that. Look at that. Just doesn't do it justice, does it? So we made it to Vermont, to the Burlington International Airport, and Paris Ingram says, like the Cotton Eye Joe. I get a lot of comments about the music, and now it's changed a little bit because there's going to be commercials with them, and they have to do something where they have to, they really get into the music, and sometimes they almost want to not play the stuff I'm doing. I'm just putting the songs out there. But I love that girl that did the Cotton Eye Joe. She sings, dances, and plays that. So I had to get her music out there. Another one is Snap Happy 42071. Very informative video pork chop. Train ride looked awesome, as well as happy trails. Yeah, I try to put some information out there, but it's really just what I'm doing. What you do is what you do. As they say, you hike your own hike. The train ride was awesome, and I love that Happy Trails, and I love the Happy Trails song also at the same time. Got to get these bags to check out soon. People are passing me and looking funny. Another one is Matt McConnell. Good tips. What about considerations for how far to go on a given day? Food, water sources, judging demands on terrain, privy, brakes, etc. That's pretty good, Matt. I think I will do something on all those considerations. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys further. Now, Sweet Pickles says, and please keep your puffy. I don't ever view it as a luxury, always a necessity, even in the heat of summer, which I took that as a good idea, and now I'm keeping my puffy. Thank you, Sweet Pickles. One other thing I wanted to say was, a lot of you talk about Hawk and them heading up, and they call them flip-floppers. I call them bobos because they're going both ways. It's like southbound, northbound, both bound, bobos. One of the questions earlier was how do I pick how far we're going to go, and mostly what I do is I just look at Raven. He's the navigator, and he tells us where to go. Otherwise, if I'm by myself, I just look at 3 points. According to how to get at each point, that's where I decide if I'm going to go further or not. Raven does a lot better job. So Deborah Gracie was asking me a few questions, like why was I dropping my puppy and stuff like that, but I'm hoping these next two videos will explain that, where I finish off Moosilauke and then Mount Washington. It shows what's going on, and now I'm headed back to Harpers Ferry. I know I bounced around a little bit, but I had to take a week off, and Virginia was nice enough to be able to take a week, and we went up to New Hampshire. But now back to Harpers Ferry, which you can see by all this traveling. This is my second plane. I just ran and caught this one. I'm in New York now, and I'm heading to Washington, and then I gotta take a subway next. So I'll see you guys in a second. But thanks for the question, Deborah. So now I'm on the subway headed over to Union Station, and I see where Not Now wrote, he really likes hanging on the whiteout on top of there. We love us some pork chop. Funny. Anyway, yeah, I'm headed toward Union Station. So I gotta take this yellow line to a red line, which gives me the Union Station that I run over and get the mark to get me out of Washington tonight and get me to Harpers Ferry by 9 o'clock, hopefully. We'll go see. So, traveling out of Washington. All right, here's another one from Deborah Grace. Just saw the end. Welcome to New Hampshire. Can't wait to see the next part where you climb down. Yeah, that was pretty scary. Yeah, it's way too much up there for me. I'm just hoping that Hawk and them will love it. Just love every bit of it. Because it was exciting, it was fun, and it was pretty dangerous. I really enjoy the comments, and I really do appreciate you guys. Yeah, this is a long way to Harpers Ferry. But I'm getting back into my homeless gear and I'm ready to roll, baby. Ready to roll. Still on the subway. Waiting for my next subway. So I made the train. I think it's a 2-hour train ride to Harpers Ferry, but I made it. It's around 7 o'clock now. I've had nothing to eat, but I haven't been walking much either, so it all plays out. I got some food in my pack, but I'm gonna look at a couple more comments, and then hopefully we'll be in Harpers Ferry at night. And I'll be looking for rain. Looks like I'm pulling into Harpers Ferry, so I'm homeless again. I got to find a place to stay. It's about 7:30. I beat feet up the hill. I can get the same hostel I was with before, and I can resupply, and I can get on with this trail. Looks like Raven and D3 have already left. They're about 60 miles ahead of me, so I need to get moving. Stop playing around in New Hampshire. Get moving. Okay, I'm at T-Horse Hostel and Resupply. I'm done for the day. I made it, and tomorrow morning I'm headed out after Raven and them. I'm feeling pretty good, and you guys take it easy. I'll talk to you tomorrow.